wreck it. Don't wreck it.
She's here. Action!
Would you like a coffee?
Oh, thank you.
Hello everybody.
Hey, how is everyone?
Welcome back for another episode with Frank.
Yeah. What are you going to tell us this week, Frank? Right, welcome back everyone. We're Trist and Kez. We live in our 35-year-old campervan, Old Gertie, with Frank and Murphy. Oh, hello Murphy. 5 hidden gems that you need to check out on your next road trip to Wales.
Slightly more than 5.
Well, yeah.
Trist took my 5 ideas and expanded upon them.
Broke them to 5, but there's so many more than 5.
If you are looking to hit up Wales anytime soon on a little road trip, then we have some absolute gems. Let's kick it off. I think we should start. If you watched our video last week, then you would have seen me ranting about campsites and the astronomical prices of some of them, which is a slightly negative viewpoint. So let's put a little positive spin on it. There are campsites out there that are great value and that are absolutely worth visiting. So rather than complaining, we thought we'd share one of these little hidden gems with you. So we discovered this campsite last year. I can't even remember how we found it.
I think it was me.
Of course.
It's kind of summertime, so I think we were looking for things near forests. When it gets hot, we can walk Frank in a forest. It's a little bit cooler for him. I found the Afran Forest Park. Are there any campsites near there? And what did we find, Kez?
We found Willow Spring Campsite! We didn't really know what to expect. The journey to the campsite was one of those sort of hairy, potholed, off-the-road tracks. You're not sure if you're going to a private estate or...
Yeah, where are you going?
If you're 5 metres and smaller, then you're fine. I believe we did see a bigger van. It's just a bit of a tight corner. Why is this campsite a hidden gem? The prices start from £20 a night for your own secluded private pitch with a huge sort of fire pit, one of those on each spot. Beautiful walks all the way around with little waterfalls coming down the hills. Stunning. The piece de la resistance of this campsite has to be it's -7. Was it when we did it?
That wasn't -7. 7 degrees.
Oh, I thought it was -7.
Was it not
-7?
It'd be frozen.
I mean, it was bloody freezing. But they have a plunge pool. Halfway through the campsite, they have a clearing where they have a fresh spring water fed plunge pool. Yeah, we did. It was freezing, but wow, what an experience.
Yeah, it was such an experience, wasn't it?
I think that's incredible.
Yeah, I think that's the coldest thing we've been in, isn't it?
Yes. But just to walk there, you've got a little waterfall that runs down and they've laid all these purpose-built little track that takes you into the plunge pool. It's stunning. And it wasn't completely set up in operation when we were there. This wood sauna that they have also built, but I believe that is now up and running.
Yeah.
So you can book your session for the wood-burning sauna and the plunge pool as part of your campsite stay, which, for us, I've never been to a campsite with a spring-fed natural plunge pool. Well, that is how you do a campsite. Take no other campsites. Check out Willow Springs. That is luxury at affordable prices and eco-friendly. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Hot showers, mountain bike cleaning stations and dog cleaning stations.
Yeah.
There's no electric hookup there, but I think for a charge you can charge up phones, electric bikes, it said on the website.
Yep.
They break down all the recycling that you can possibly have, I think. And then, you can get rid of your waste that way, which is pretty cool in this day and age,
isn't it? They've got a great little log splitter and it's a real sort of cool, back to nature luxury camping. They also, if you don't fancy staying in a tent or a van, they do also have other lodges that you can rent. I think the Shepherd's Hut is from about £70 a night. Check out the website. We'll leave the link in the description below. But yes, one to absolutely add to your Wales travel list.
Yeah, in and around the area. So if you make your way there, it's not too far from the Brecon Beacons. A waterfall of choice is Henrid Falls, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, that's a very cool one. You can actually go behind the waterfall, can't you?
Yeah, quick tip. If you're visiting a waterfall, be careful of what time of year and how much rain there's been when you visit the waterfall, because then that will denote sort of how the waterfall is. But yeah, when we went to Henry Falls, it was parked up, pretty easy parking, wasn't it? I think it was a National Trust car park. Can't remember if you even needed to pay. And what was it, like a 15-20 minute walk?
It's a very steep walk. It's a narrow, steep path down to where the trails then split off.
Once you get there, it's awesome, isn't it?
It's a big old size, isn't it? Yeah, it's a big old expanse.
A few people there when we went, so again, timing of the day, maybe get there super early or like later in the evening when it's slightly less rush hour. Cool fact is this waterfall was in one of the Batman films with Christian Bale. I think it was one of the end scenes. Where it's like, I didn't know that, and then we posted it up on Instagram and someone went, oh, this is out of the Batman film, and I was like, that is sick, bro. Yeah, that was pretty cool being able to walk behind it. Yeah, so I think we've wrapped that one up. Henry Falls. Making your journey onwards, where would we go next, Kez?
Would we go to Gower Peninsula?
Maybe.
So we were actually recommended the Gower area by some friends on Instagram. And as a lot of you will know by now, we have harped on about our trusty Britstop membership. We found the Oxwich Bay Hotel in Gower. If you aren't a Britstop member, then don't panic. This particular stop is also on Park for Night. You just pop into the reception. If you're a member of Britstop, then obviously you just show your Britstop app. If you're there for Park for Night, they'll just take some details off you, your van registration, and then you can park in their overflow car park. But why would you want to park in a hotel car park? Literally just a stone's throw away. It's a dead end into this hotel. You cross over the road and you are on the most beautiful,
brilliant, isn't it?
Sandy, stunning, beautiful beach.
It's like a mile or 2 miles long.
You feel like you're on holiday. You really do. And you've got walks all around you. You've got sand dunes with sort of all sorts of different wildlife.
Then a nature reserve behind that.
Castle up on the hill.
Walks galore.
In the evening, the whole beach lights up where people are having like little fires and gatherings.
Friday, Saturday night type thing.
And then in the evening, when you wander back from the beach, the hotel, which is my favourite thing, the hotel's all lit up with like different coloured lights, and it really gives you like that holiday vibe.
Yeah, like you're abroad.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? But yeah, so that is a stop we highly, highly recommend. The Oxwich Bay Hotel in Gower.
Quickly, check out this video for our top 5 best beach park ups, which we cover Oxwich Bay in that. And check out this one on Britstops, where we talk a bit more about Britstops, and I think we cover the Oxwich Bay Hotel. As you can tell, we love it there.
It's not just the location itself for overnighting, but the whole of Gower itself is just, I mean, you have the Rhossili Bay, beautiful beaches.
Yeah, that's got, just around the corner, lovely stretch of beach, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then what can you see there, Kez?
The sunflowers.
Yeah.
There's a huge, huge sunflower field that you can pay to walk in, can't you?
Walk in, or you can, I think it's a public footpath. That
Along the back,
because we got there and took Frank for a walk, found that you could just sort of walk around the back of it. But yeah, if you want to pay, you can go in, walk around them, and then I think you can pick your own sunflowers and pay and take those home with you.
To the right of Gower Peninsula, you have the Mumbles, don't you? Yeah.
Well done, you.
Yeah, well done me. A lot of geography. So you have the Mumbles, which is a lovely little seaside town. So you've got all your your classic fish and chip shops, a lovely little town to walk through.
Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it?
It is, but you've got two car parks, that allow overnight parking. One down by the shore where you can pay to overnight park, and then one up on the hill with the views of the sea where you can also pay to overnight park.
Kind of clifftop camping, isn't it?
Yeah, clifftop camping, that's what I'd call it. But if you park down in the bottom, when the tide is out, you walk past the pier and you can actually walk to the lighthouse on the island, can't you? Yeah. Which is very, very cool. Sort of stepping stones appear and you can make your way across. If you go up to the top, only thing I will mention for full transparency and honesty, but just know that it is certainly when we visited a little boy racer haven. Very quickly explain what I mean by that. We got up to the top car park, much less busier, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe like one van. One van.
Yeah, I think there was one van, one motorhome. Yeah. So we tucked ourselves in the corner as we normally do and headed off for a walk with Frank. And as we were heading back, we thought, it's an awful lot of noise. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say we got back to what was an empty car park with our van in the corner to now probably about 30 or 40 cars.
Yeah. It was like a scene out of Fast and Furious.
Yes,
cars just proceeding up and down, parked next to us, people playing like American football, throwing it around. But on the whole, everyone was actually really nice. They just want to go there and hang out.
They were chatting with the guy. I think the guy in the motorhome had got out and was chatting with the
I think he was intrigued. Yeah,
and they were just they were living their best life. We managed to make our way through to our van, jumped in. We pulled our blinds and we popped on a Ben Fogle Lives into the Wild and left them to it. And they were literally surrounding our van. But there was no issue.
No.
Like, I think boy racers, you often hear people saying, flooded with boy racers. Boy racers just want to be in their car being cool. They don't care about you. We don't want to get judged as van lifers, so let's not judge boy racers. But just...
And girl racers.
And girl racers. Just so
racers.
You know... Because I would hate for you guys to go there and say, oh my God. So, yeah, if you don't fancy hanging out with the boy racers, then park in the bottom car park would be my recommendation.
It kind of hit 11 o'clock and then boom.
Yeah, they all went.
Just silence. And when we woke up in the morning, no one was around at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, so quiet.
It was a beautiful sunrise and we could just see the sea and the cliffs and hear the water and the birds and it was stunning. Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. So Mumbles is definitely somewhere to check out. I mean, to be honest with you, just that whole little section from sort of Gower across to Mumbles, you've got a few days of activities, things to do, things to see, places to stay. So yes, a lot of people flood to Snowdonia or the Brecon Beacons. Check out Gower.
Whilst you're in that area, you do have Kidwelly Quay and then Kidwelly Castle. Kidwelly Quay's actually on Britstops. Check out this video and we'll tell you more about that. We've been to Kidwelly a couple of times and not done the castle. So last summer we were there, actually went round the castle, and as castles go, it was pretty cool. I like a castle.
It's quite cool as well. We could take dogs in. So a lot of castles we don't end up going in. We end up walking round them because you can't take dogs. And we always have this little guy with us. And that's what was so cool about Kidwelly is you can't take dogs up onto the top level. All around the bottom, you can just explore with your dog on the lead. Perfect, wasn't it? It was really nice.
Yeah, and we got there, we were in there in the summer holidays, got there early in the day, and it was pretty dead, but the sun was out, it's lovely, so...
Good tip, actually, sorry. I do need to remember when we do these videos, the amount of times when we watch it back in editing and I'm just talking over you, I do apologise. I don't mean to. We live on our own in this van. We don't talk to other people.
We just talk to you guys.
We've lost the skills of communication. A little top tip. We went in the summer holidays. We went for as soon as it opened. And as you said, completely dead. There was maybe one other person. And then as we were leaving about an hour or so later.
Yeah, about towards like 10.
Yeah, it started to fill up. So yes, if you want to get there before the crowds, in the village itself, down from the castle, is a little car park that fits big, small, all size vehicles in, so you'll have no problem. Was it free parking?
I think it was free parking. Yeah, there's like motorhomes in there. I'm not sure if you can park there overnight. We didn't.
No, I don't know. I don't believe we saw any signs.
No, signs to say that you couldn't. Park there, literally walk up castle, and then you're in the Kidwelly town. There's a few amenities there, public toilets.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing to add though, isn't it? Is again with the Britstops, Kidwelly Quay, you can actually overnight stay. That's approved and on Britstops from the actual local council. So yeah, you can actually stay in nature, in the wild through Britstop as well. It's not just businesses that do it.
Last bit on Kidwelly Castle, you buy a ticket and it lasts you all day. You want to go in, come back, you can do that a few times. There was like some nice little picnic spots in there, wasn't there? So it's like, that was pretty cool. When I was buying the ticket, the lovely staff told me the membership you could buy, and like 50 castles. I don't know, it was something mental.
Oh, that's very cool.
You could go around.
It's almost like a challenge, isn't it? You could get the pass and then challenge yourself to see all 50 castles in Wales.
One thing to add is all the things that we've spoken about so far, they're all on our website. So go to tristankez.com, go and check out destinations, and then all of these are listed in there because we might have added more information on there about parking, walks, how to get there. So there might be more things on there that we haven't covered in this video. So go and check that out.
What is next on our hidden gems in Wales?
As we're in the south of Wales, if you want to go up and connect yourself to the north of Wales and you are a plane enthusiast, I'm really niching down here, go and check out the Mach Valley. I think it's one of the few places in the UK where you can actually go and watch military aircraft fly through this valley, and you're literally like a stone's throw from them, aren't you?
I mean, you could see, so we had
I think it was a Hercules.
See the back open and then inside?
Yeah, well, they were sat on the back.
Yeah, I thought they were, yeah.
I assume they're strapped on, but it was mental. They went over us, didn't it? And and as it started to bank up like this, there's just like obviously the crew just sat on the back partly, and it was like, well, that's mental. I love Top Gun as a kid.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. But yeah, you don't have to be into planes. Just it's such a wow experience to be stood in that valley, and those huge planes to fly so low
close
is quite insane.
Yeah, there's like a lay-by car park that you can park in, and then a lot of people either just stand by their vehicles, or you can walk up the hill a little bit. And I've seen some incredible photos of where like a fighter jet's just banked on its side going through the valley, and someone's taking a picture like that because they're kind of sat in line with it. It's bad internet signal there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's something to mention, is if you are going to go there, you don't actually know when the planes are going to be flying over, because you don't have internet, so you can't track any flight paths.
And someone did say they walked high enough up the valley that they could get a bit of signal, but we stayed by the van because we had Frank and whatnot, and I think it was a bit of a warm day, so we had no signal, and we were just kind of waiting to hear, you know, that kind of crack. If you like planes or want to go and check it out, yeah, look up Mach Valley. It's like mid Wales, and yeah, get yourself down there. It's pretty awesome. What an experience. So next up on the list as we head up to North Wales is
the Rhug Estate. It's a working farm estate. It's sort of two parts. You've got the bison walk that they have mapped out in the car park, that you can go off and walk and see their herd of bison. One end you've got the sort of the commercial element, which is a butcher's, a baker's, a shop, a cafe, burger stand.
Yeah, takeaway food.
Beautiful stuff, really lovely. That's where you check in if you're going to be staying overnight in the car park. Down the other end of the car park is something very cool. This is one of the reasons why we do love the Rhug Estate, is if you're like us, it's brilliant to be able to support local initiatives and businesses when you're visiting the area. They've actually set up a drive-through for all of their produce, and it's a very busy, used drive-through where they're selling coffees to breakfast sandwiches. It's not necessarily sort of your most picturesque overnight stops, certainly enough to see and do there to keep you entertained, and you're giving back. It's a stop.
We found it on Brit Stops, but we've seen that it is on Park for Nights. And then next up on our list is Lake Vyrnwy. Beautiful lake. I think it's actually a reservoir which was created, well, they flooded a village, mad, to create the reservoir that feeds water down into Liverpool, I believe. So fun facts there. We loved it there, didn't we?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
It's just a huge expanse of lake, and then you've got the dam, which you can actually walk and drive over, and then you can have a little peer over the edge, and if the dam's kicking off because there's enough water, it absolutely gushes the other side, and that's quite cool. A bit scary, to be fair, to look over the edge, but if you make your way round, there's like a little sculpture walk. You can go and walk around there, and then you are presented with the water just coming down in front of you. And we picked the right day. It was so colossal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely area to walk around. You can canoe and kayak there, cafe there, toilets. Just driving around it was pretty sweet, wasn't it? But what was one of the other cool things that we saw there?
We saw the Milky Way.
I've seen it faintly a couple of places, but not like we saw it there.
It was just incredible. That would let you know how quiet it is at night. We actually had a little walk up to the road that runs across the dam, and we were able to actually lay down in the middle of the road and look up at the Milky Way. It was that quiet. Not that we recommend laying in roads.
It's just, I was blown away by the Milky Way. I've like never seen it like that, and we didn't expect to see it like that either.
No.
We were just like, oh, this would be cool to go and see this, and then the time of year we were there, it got dark quite early. And so, all of a sudden, we're just like, what is going on? Yeah,
it was amazing. My sister and our niece actually just headed up to Wales, didn't we? And we sent them, actually, little shout out to our niece. She just climbed, 10 years old, she just climbed Mount Snowdon.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Incredible. That is as a 10-year-old. What a feat.
Just wrap up Lake Vyrnwy. If you come in the north end or drive up to the north end of the lake, there is actually another car park, and go off and find a waterfall up there. So there's a fair bit to do over sort of a day or two.
And if you want to know a few more details, as Tris said, also on our website, tristankez.com.
We're on Buy Me a Coffee. Thanks to everyone who's bought us a coffee so far. We really appreciate your support of our channel. Thank you so much, guys. But for you all. We've got a shop on there where we put up a lot of our amazing photography that we take and some drone photography as well. So you can have it in the palm of your hand. So head over, download yourself something for free. Why not?
You should probably explain you can download it onto your phone as a screensaver.
I feel like we missed that bit off.
Oh yeah, should mention at this point, with spring knocking out all of our doors. Today it doesn't seem that way, but it is here. We thought there'll be many of you getting out on your spring adventures. So we wanted to share some gems with you guys. This week, as you know, we have just covered Wales, but next week and the week after, we are going to be sharing our best and favourite hidden gems in both Scotland and England. So stay tuned. If you want some ideas of places to visit, things to do, and places to stay, then stay tuned with us, guys, because we're going to be bringing more to you over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and if you want to be helpful to anyone else watching this video, jump into the comments and add a hidden gem that you found, because we might not have been, and everyone else watching these videos may not have been there either, so it could be super helpful for someone. But
exactly, sharing is caring, people.
Until next time, folks, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell notification. Drop us a comment. Let us know what's going on. Say hi. Where are you watching from? But until next time, folks, bye for now.